So we like doing follow-ups and checkups and keeping in touch with alumni. And Gordon is back again, saying, "Hey, as a visitor to speak some truth into some of the current clients." And man, I know I just love getting time with you. And when I got your email of you hitting another huge mark in the sobriety belt, if you will, and what family's doing. Just everything you're involved in, and it just continues to stack. Would love to have you just share about that, man.
Well, only thing that's really changed is nothing.
Meaning
everything is still good. My kids are,
there you go.
Summer's over, so they're back in school. I think the last time I was here was summertime. Kids are in school. My oldest son's playing football, Newport Harbor.
Yeah.
My 10-year-old is the quarterback for his flag football team. My daughter's in soccer and gymnastics. And all three of them are in school.
You said you're getting to coach now, and you're actually throwing the ball with the kids. And
the last few weeks has been so hot, so and I'm out there throwing the ball because it's kind of funny because some of the dads don't know how to throw a football, and it's like our generation growing up, we know how to play every sport. Every single sport. So when I see other dads our age or maybe a little bit older, I'm like, where'd you grow up from? But yeah, I actually enjoy doing that now because before when I was drinking, I didn't want to be out there. I didn't care even if I smelled like it. I was just too lazy to be out there to do it. I was too lazy to take my kids to the park, take them swimming, take them to anywhere. Couldn't drive anywhere, so I for sure didn't want to walk anywhere. It's iPad, video game, whatever. Maybe go to the park for a little bit. Okay, an hour. I want to go back and drink. You guys chill. I drink in the house. Never wanted to take them anywhere. Dad, can we go to the park? Yeah, give me 10 minutes. 10 minutes. An hour later, Dad, can we go to the park? Yeah, I said 10 minutes, but it'd be 2 hours. Now it's Dad, I don't want to go to the park, I'm too tired.
you're like, come on, and your kid's going, 10 minutes, Dad, 10 minutes.
Wake up at 6:30, my son wakes up with me because I wake up at 5 a.m. every day. And that just before, I always woke up at 5, but I was hungover and felt like shit. My teeth would hurt. I didn't realize how much my teeth and my gums and feel better, but I wake up hungover and just brush my teeth, struggling, hop on the train, sleep on the train, come back, do the same thing. Now when I wake up, my son wakes up with me, brushes his teeth, he gets up with me. Before I would rush him. Come on, you gotta get up, because I would wake up late, and so it was a domino effect. My kids would be late. Now that I'm on time, they're up with me, following every single thing that I do. Trying to teach, I'm teaching them instead of just
And the kids watch us. They don't listen to what we say. They watch. And so what's cool is keeping in contact with you. Each month is just getting better and better. Now, post 6 months, I think it is. It's just still getting better. That's so cool, man.
And it's with, and go back to how you said that they don't listen to us, but they watch us. And that goes back to the saying people didn't like that saying, do as I say, or something like that. How does it go?
Do as I say, not as I do.
Right. But it's kind of true now. Do what I tell you to do. Sometimes it's don't do as I did. Do what I tell you to do. Because if you do as I did, you will be an alcoholic.
But past tense, you said did. Now you're living a complete different life.
Do
thinking
as I
differently.
do.
Acting differently.
Yeah.
Don't do as I did. Learn from it.
Yep.
Now look at what we're doing daily as a family. That's so cool, man. So what are some other highlights?
Finally, last time I remember I told you, I finally got my position in Irvine.
You were going to transfer.
Yeah, so I'm there. I was supposed to be there Tuesdays and Thursdays, but I started Tuesday last week, but was there all week. Was there yesterday, today, probably there tomorrow.
So you've already transitioned into what you were looking forward to.
I just have a little makeshift area that they have, and have my monitor and bring my computer or my laptop and stuff.
But this is the beautiful part that I'm so glad people get to see is we tend to think, oh my gosh, either I'll never get it back or I can never progress when we're in that old thinking. And as you were talking about it, made it a goal, developed it, came up with an actionable plan, and now you're realizing it.
Yeah. And what I realize it's never gone. it's still there. What are you gonna do to go get it? It's up to you. Yeah. Like, I was fortunate enough where my boss and my company had my back. Probably because I've had history. I've known them for 15, 20 years. But they know what I was going through. They knew it, but they didn't necessarily know until I came to them. I think me coming to them instead of hiding it anymore, they realized it was a problem. They appreciated that. But I was fortunate enough where they had my back and brought me back on. I was still on thin ice. Don't get me wrong. When I came back, when I started back April 17th, back in the office, I was on thin ice for about a month. I didn't like get yelled at, didn't get in trouble, but I was getting scoped.
Yeah, let's see. Actions speak louder than words. Yep. Let's see what happens.
I had to sign a new contract.
Okay.
Like, if they suspect anything, they can drug test me or give me a breathalyzer. Shit, you didn't fire me.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say, how does that feel now? Because when we're living in the darkness, we tend to fear that stuff. When we're walking in the light, it's kind of like a token, like a badge of token. You know, kind of like, heck yeah, you let me know. Mm-hmm. How's that feel for you?
It's hard to explain.
You just seem to tap into some emotion there. What's that?
It's just, I mean, it's really like, I wish I could record. I wish I could record inside my brain. I can't really explain it. Just know that, like, knowing that I can do things and actually enjoy things. And actually, yeah, really enjoy things. I don't know how to explain it because I haven't felt that way in years.
That's the part of life that I love, and it's so difficult explaining that, of being on the other side and explaining it to someone that's in that pain of going, I know right now it's just words, but if you could see the difference between just surviving and then into that fulfillment and thriving, that's the part that makes this whole journey so beautiful. And it's the part that's like, everyone has the potential for that gift. How do we help them see that? And by doing little things like this, of having people that have come through the program, just checking in, saying, hey, checking in another month, doing well, another month, another 6 months, doing well.
With me, it's just, I don't want anybody to go through hell like I went through. I don't wish this upon anybody. That's just like wishing death upon somebody. You're just walking, the Grim Reaper, you're walking zombie. You're dead inside. I don't wish that upon anybody. And if I can help you, I'm gonna help you. But I'm not even gonna lie. There's terms to my help. Don't ever ask me for money. That's it.
Those are the terms.
That's the terms. Don't ever ask me for money. I'll come pick you up. I'll bring you food. You know, if you need, I won't pay for your hotel. I'll take you to your mom's, your next of kin, somebody. Don't ever ask me for money. If you want help, I'll help you. Oh, yeah, my other term, how much do you want it? Show me that you want it.
I know we spoke about Eric, the hip hop preacher, last time.
You know, Tyler's been posting a lot about that. Tyler Preston, that's it. Yeah, he, how much do you want it? But that's real. Don't walk in here because I walked in here because my back was against the wall too. I had no choice, but I wanted it really bad. I don't want to be this way anymore. I want my kids to know that their father's an alcoholic their whole life. You know, and I just wanted it. I don't want to be an alcoholic. Well, so I focused. As soon as I stepped in, I'm going to do everything they say. I'm going to listen to everything that they tell me to do. I'm going to follow the rules. I'm not going to bitch. I'm not going to complain. I'm going to keep my head down and focus and do what I have to do. And the tools that I gather from here, I'm going to use them when I'm not in here. Because that's the key. When you're in here, good. If you can leave and succeed, then I think you can really make it.
Yeah, well that's the difficult part, right? Is reintegrating back in, and that's one of the things that we really look at. I wanted to ask you a question because you started to touch on it. How important is service work and giving back and different things like that to you in your program?
I gotta lead by example. So if I'm helping I won't stay sober if I don't help anybody. If I help somebody and they see that I'm sober and I'm doing what I'm doing, because the way I'm doing it, my way is not the same way as everybody else. My way may be the harder way, but I'm focused and I know my end goal, if I can help somebody stay sober, stay with the right track of mind that I have, it's gonna help me to stay sober.
Absolutely. So let me ask you this, knowing this, why do you think it's so difficult when we're in that old mindset of grasping how important it is of service work and helping other people and getting outside of ourselves?
Because when you are in your addiction, you are introvert. You're closed in. You're not gonna talk to anybody. You're gonna stumble your words. You're gonna blabber. You don't know what you're talking about. This guy's faded. You know what I mean? But I think when you're on the other side, you get that boost of energy to even speak up, speak out. Your words are more clear. You're more articulated. You know, just things. Just I don't know. It just changes. Like I don't know. Even talking to my mom and my boss, like when I explain something to him today, he's like, "Yo, man, I saw your post," because he's on Instagram, but he's not on Instagram. He doesn't like any coworkers' posts whatsoever. And him and his brother, you know, they're the owners of the company. They both like my pic that I posted of my chip. He's like, "Yo, you know what, man? You don't sound drunk. Like you sound on point, man. You sound real good." I'm like, "That's what's up." My mom said that the other day too. My dad said that the other day too, who's not here sober, and I was just like, wow. Like, I've always been a good writer, but I never wrote because my mind was just so everywhere, distracted, so drunk that I'm like, what am I doing? My hands wouldn't work after a while. Thinking I'm writing, and it's just all scribbles. But now I can think I'm actually want to do things. Going back to school in February.
Nice.
Yep.
That's gonna feel
like,
real good.
Me working this program and me continuing to work this program has made everything in my life 10 times better. My job, my relationship with my ex-wife, relationship with my kids, my mother, finances.
It's a big one.
Shit, man. I just got paid and I paid bills and I still got money. I could pay rent with my rent's not due until the 3rd of October. I could pay that rent right now. Never been able to. I don't live check to check anymore.
That's huge.
Got my kids' health insurance now I can pay for it. Got new tires. I'm almost gonna pay off my car and I'm gonna buy a new car, but things that I would spend my money on, drinking, weed, cigarettes, all that stuff, bad food, nothing. It's all being saved now. I'm like, man, there's a lot of good things. These guys aren't lying in these meetings.
It's hard. I still
like. How can 100 dudes say the same thing? Oh, are they really meeting in the corner? Okay, look, hey, you see this new team right here?
Newcomer, so many people struggle with that. It's kind of like, yeah. It's like, oh, how do we help them see that? And it's so interesting just hearing even the changes from the last time we were talking and now. It's like you're even more. It's like you're shining even brighter. I know it sounds so cliche, but it's like you're shining even brighter right now than you were even just however long it's been. It is so cool to see, man. I'm getting motivated and inspired of seeing it. And also, before we hit record, when you're walking in, dude, you've shaved some weight too, man.
I'm trying. Honestly, I gained when I left.
Well, it's probably muscle, because I mean, you can side by side the videos to see.
Yeah, I gained some when I left, and then I just got lazy, man. I just like, because there's no sugar here, except for Gatorade and like the trail mix that has a little bit of chocolate. And yeah, no sugar. So like, if we were eating good, and then when I got out, I'm like, oh damn, burritos, tacos, cheese enchiladas,
all the devil's food.
Skittles, Oreo cookies, Twix, Kit Kats.
That's funny. Well, actually, joking aside, so we talked about service work. Another aspect that is number one up there is spirituality. How is that in relation to your program and where you are now?
I finally found a home church, so I lost track for a little bit before I finally worked my 4th step.
Gosh, that's a tough one, man.
I never realized how tough it was. We'll get back to that. But I read the Bible a lot more. took me a while to get back into church because of my upbringing. You know, just if you talk to a normal black guy from a Baptist Christian church, they'll tell you all to say the same thing. It's a fashion show, politics, cliquey, and the reverend is corrupt, and so is the whole deacon and pulpit. So I just had a bad taste. But so at a time when I was soul searching, searching for churches for my children and I was just going to different ones, and I don't really feel too comfortable with their messages and stuff like that. Until like I talked to my mentor Weezy. He's the one that taught me everything at this old company I was with. He's like, you will find that one when you think he's looking exactly. I mean, when he's pointing it right at you. And one day,
when your name comes up in the sermon, you're like, "What? You keep saying my name?"
Where's my wallet, man? And the message that he said is like, I forgot what he said, but I thought he was looking at me. I'm like, okay, this may be the place. It was at Mariners, and my kids love it there. Like, and that's very important to me. If my kids will stay there, because my kids, they're not gonna stay at a regular place that has like a little jungle gym. They want adventure. When they got there, like, all right, bye, Dad. I'm like, okay, now I can go focus for about an hour and a half, like really get into it. But I realized that the things that I pray more. I don't ask for things. I just thank Him for letting me see another 24 hours.
So you're able to tap into that gratitude and also that inner voice with your higher power. And then
I also ask Him, how can I be of service to you? Like, you do so much for me. What can I do for you? 40 years old. I just turned 40 in August. And I'm like, I'm 40 years old and you've been doing everything for me. What can I do for you?
Wow, that is powerful.
Yeah. So that's why I'm thinking, well, I know my calling and what I've been thinking about is, helping others. And like you said, like, if you ever need me to come in, I'll come and talk. Because some of these guys I have probably dealt with in my life, from the streets to whatever. And I could probably talk to a lot of these young cats because I deal with a lot of these young guys in my industry. So maybe I can get to them, maybe I can't. But I don't know.
Well, it's all encompassing. When we're making healthier choices, we're doing service work, we're in alignment spiritually, we find that environment that supports the life that we're working towards and going on. It sounds like you found a home church. It all comes together, and like you said, it's I don't know why it comes as we mature more, but it's like spend the majority of our life up to a certain point taking, and then all of a sudden it's like we see something different. We go, what if I start producing and giving and just providing, and what does that look like? And for some reason, that's when it's like the lights come on, right? Like, oh, and then all of a sudden we actually start making a change, but we have to be that clear conduit, that usable vehicle, if you will. And so, man, I am jazzed and so stoked to hear how well you're doing, spiritual leader to your kids, modeling what it looks like to be a man of Christ, that's sober, just everything together, man. I am pumped.
I'm pumped too because it's fun. I'm actually having fun. Like, enjoy, like not sitting on. Okay, like, I mean, even for instance, the kids part, just being at my son's football game. Before I would be in the stands just chilling, or I'd be in the parking lot. Everybody else tailgating. Or I just sit on my chair and just like sit there, root. But I wouldn't be because I didn't want to stumble in front of everybody. There may be like a couple little shot pockets in my pocket and it may fall on the ground. People may see, But now it's just like I'm more active in it. Like you would never catch me. I mean, I've always been athletic, but you would never catch me out there doing that. I never was in the mood to it. Now I'm the first one to, let's do this. Let's be out there and do that. And I enjoy the things that I used to dread doing. Not even dread that I didn't do because I was just too lazy to do it. I enjoy every single thing now.
See and
I look at it as life is a challenge, but it's just like it's what you make of it. I make everything good out of it.
And that's the part that's so crazy. So a lot of people say, hey, I'm way too grandiose in this thinking, but to me, it's I'm changing generations. So it's not just you changed your life, but because of what you've done, now your kids have a complete different life and modeling, and their kids have that same potential. And then, like, literally, you can change the ripple in your gene pool going down. That's the part that anytime negative thoughts come up or different things pop up, when I think the depth and how far this thing goes, as long as I keep walking in the light and doing what I'm called to do, it's like I'm changing my kids.
Yep. So, I'm changing my future. I am, other than my cousin James, my dad, he's the only cooks, male, and then I'm the next one. The rest, my dad had all sisters. My grandfather had all sisters, and his brother didn't have any kids. So I'm the last Cooks to live on the Cook's last name. And so I'm just like, man, I can't continue this fuckery of alcohol, drugs, gangbanging, violence, all that stuff of the Cook side continue to live on, because the reputation of the Cooks in Santa Ana has always been party family, good family, but they ain't never amount to shit. And I was leading that. I was going that pathway, going exactly that pathway. When I would walk in Santa Ana, if I go to like my dad's old neighborhood or old barbecues, they walk up to me, Little Bernard, because I look exactly like my dad. So there's no hiding it, but I don't want to be that stereotype of the Cooks family, and I don't want my kids to have to suffer through that. So it starts with me.
And isn't that amazing? Literally, if we were to define it down, it's defined to one decision. Just one day making that decision to change, to get sober, and taking the daily action changes a lineage. That's pretty deep.
Back to that 4 steps. So it did take me a while to get through my 4th step. And I'm honestly glad that I did it. Backtrack, I remember when I was in here, everybody was working their steps. Oh, I'm on step 3, I'm on step 4, I'm step 5, this and that, And I lied. I'm on step 3. Gordon, you got a sponsor? Yeah, I didn't have a sponsor. I just couldn't find somebody that got me, that was exactly like me. They say, oh, you're not supposed to do that, or that person, like, don't find somebody that's like you, that's what I've heard, or this and that. But like, no, that's not me. I'm a grown ass man. I need somebody who knows me, who is a black dude, who's been through the same shit as I've been through, this and that. So one day I decided to go to the Hogue meeting, the speaker meeting we go to. Met him. Oh, I saw him there. He spoke. I probably said this last time. He spoke, became a sponsor, this and that. Because we drank the same poison, same exact poison. We visited the same liquor stores in LA. He's from South Central, where I used to work. But he's like, yo, what I'm gonna tell you is like, the way I did it isn't your average way. But I did it my way, but I got the keys to the door. Pick the right key. Don't pick the lock. You know what I'm saying? So we were going through it, and then I need you to do your 4th step. I thought I was done in a week. Met with him at the barbershop, because he works at my barbershop. I get a haircut every 2 weeks. And we sat down. He looked at me. He's like, I need you to go back home. You still, so backtrack. When he first started sponsoring me, I had to call him every day at 6 o'clock, no matter what. So when he's like, yeah, see, write your 4th step, and then we'll just go to, like, you call me like once a week, or see you every Saturday at the barbershop. After the one time I wrote it, you ain't ready. You need to go back and write. You need to dig deep. You gave me another week, calling him at 6 o'clock. And mind you, I have to get on a train at 5:56. I have no service. I have to call him at 6 o'clock or text him. So I did it again. Still not done. Did it again. And then I took a hiatus. I'm like, what the hell am I doing wrong? I felt, that's when I was really trying to find my spirituality in this. I thought I was lost, where people said this is what's going to happen, but I made it through. And then started seeing him at the barbershop more, started talking to him more, and then when I finally wrote it, when I was done about 2-3 weeks ago, he said, now you're ready. No, he didn't say yet. He's like, so all this whole time, like, you were doing this, and you read it, and you read it out loud to me, and you said this. What did you get out of it? And I'm not gonna say it on camera, because it's up for you to find out. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I figured that out, and I was like, whoa. Now sky's the limit, and now I feel so much more better. Because,
awesome.
like, you know, before I hit you, I think it was the day before when I really felt like really good. I hit you like 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was like 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was
there,
right after, you know, we went through, when got to my 5th, is when I texted, okay, I'm gonna go do this.
It was awesome, man.
You know.
Well, I'm excited. You made my day. Just seeing the progress and how you're changing other people's lives now and leading your kids and work and getting to move over here. Just so much good stuff, man. I'm so glad that you're doing so well.
I'm here whenever.
I love it.
Always.